So after my Radiohead reaction, I asked you guys which Queens of the Stone Age album would be the best one to react to. I got a lot of requests for two different albums. One was Songs for the Deaf, and one was Like Clockwork. I decided to go with Songs for the Deaf because it had a tiny bit more requests. Pretty excited to hear this. I have heard a few of their songs, but only No One Knows I've heard on this album, I believe. And I'm a huge fan of Royal Blood, if you couldn't tell from my shirt. And I know that they take a ton of inspiration from Queens. Also, one last thing. I've gotten so much crap on the Radiohead reaction for not having heard OK Computer. I was 1 when the album came out. So if I'm enjoying an album, does it matter if it's my first time? I think it's just exciting. It's fun. So, and I actually really loved OK Computer. So I'm hoping I'll like this one just as much. I'm expecting I will. It's probably more up my alley because I do like the heavy stuff a lot. Also, I moved to headphones because it's actually really late at night right now. I can't be super loud. So let's just get into the reaction. All right, let's just start with the first song, The Real Song for the Deaf.
Huh? What?
My God, Fitter Happier all over again. Also, last thing before we get fully into this. I looked up to see if there were any channels on YouTube that had the full album uploaded, and that's a really good way to determine if there's going to be copyright issues with taking down videos. And every single one had multiple songs missing from the track listing because they said they had to remove them for copyright reasons. So this is going to have to be really chopped up as a reaction because I don't want the video to be taken down. I want you guys to be able to watch it. So I'm sorry in advance for all the cutting that I'm going to have to do, but blame their label, okay? It's not my fault. It's such a random start. Wondering what you guys thought of this when you first put it in for the first time way back in the day. I mean, obviously we're building to something, but this is bizarre.
With 140...
Oh, God. Then I got the loudest ad in the entire universe. Okay, well, that was a vibey intro. I'm sure it was supposed to lead into the second song, and I apologize for Spotify being explosive. I don't know if that song was just ridiculously quiet, or this ad is ridiculously loud. Tisk tisk on you, Spotify. Trying to do a reaction for my YouTube channel. Okay. Seems like that first song is just really quiet. The radio sounds pretty cool. I like that.
It's Songs for the Deaf.
I really like that intro. It was unique. Oh, okay. So I went to Carolina Rebellion just a little while ago. Probably maybe a little over a month at this point. Maybe a little more than that. I could only see their first few songs that they played because I had to get over to see Muse, obviously, because Muse is my channel, as you can see from that picture right there. I did hear a few songs, and this was one of them, and it was pretty awesome. But I was going to say, this song, that intro radio sequence actually reminds me of the Sunshine introduction to My Chemical Romance's album, what is it called? Of Danger Days by My Chemical Romance. It wasn't a huge comparison, it was just interesting. This is such a fun riff. Oh, that exploded. It's a pretty hardcore voice. I have it turned up so high, so sorry if I'm screaming. I feel like this is already potentially going to be one of my favorites on the album. I had never actually heard him sing like that before. I had only heard him sing pretty clean stuff before. Even when I saw interviews from Mike Kerr from Royal Blood, Mike said one of the reasons that he actually started doing rock music in general was because he was inspired by the fact that somebody with a lighter voice like Josh could make rock sound so dark and heavy. That did not sound like somebody who had a lighter voice. I'll just say that right there. That is some screaming, and it is awesome. I love the energy. There is so much percussion going on in this song. Oh, there's some weird harmonies with the guitar. I love it. Oh, man. Oh, wait, there's 30 seconds left. Please? Yes! It's just what I wanted. Some more. What a freaking awesome way to start an album. Holy crap. And then it's followed up by No One Knows, which everybody knows is a like flawless song. Holy crap, I don't even know where to start with that one. So I actually wrote a song, it'll be linked in the top right over there. I actually wrote a song called Higher and Higher for my last album, and it's funny, I had never heard this song when I wrote that song. It sounds so much like that. Obviously, mine's not as good, but I'm just saying it's interesting how I have the third-party influence of emulating a band like Royal Blood, who was emulating a band like Queens of the Stone Age, and how that all came full circle into a song that actually sounds just like this one. Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. I loved that song. Like, absolutely loved it. Like, that was like a perfect intro. And No One Knows is beautiful. So I want to listen to some of it anyway, even though I've heard it like 150 million times. The bouncing bass here. So follow. Every single thing in the song works perfectly. Like, you have a flawless bass line that is bouncing up and down from octave to octave. You have the most catchy guitar riff. You have like these dark, menacing, yet kind of light vocals from Josh. It's like the perfect storm. And then you have frantic drums during the chorus and the bridge and the solo. Like, when I listen to songs like this, it makes me feel like I should never write music because you'll never write anything as good. It's like, it's so saddening, but also inspiring at the same time. I love the guitar slides too, and the harmonics they use, because they could just make this song like that same riff over and over again. Instead, they add those slides to emphasize points. They add the harmonics to make things sound more heavy and more suspended at moments. Like, they'll use it to suspend a note right before going back into the groove. It's just, everything is awesome, and I can't gush about this song enough. All right, well, as much as I want to just jam to this song, I don't have unlimited camera space, and it's quite a long album. It's about an hour long, so I'm going to move on to the next song. First It Giveth. It's gonna be hard to follow up No One Knows. Love the guitar harmonies. Okay, this just turned the song from somewhat forgettable to absolutely amazing. I love that switch up so much. That guitar, I loved the acoustic addition there. It kind of like had this weird fusion of like almost, I don't know. Just having acoustic in a heavy rock song is pretty cool. This part's not my favorite. I'm hoping they throw something in there to change it up before the ending. It's catchy, very catchy. Like, it's already in my head. I'm curious to know which one of these songs are singles. Of course, no one knows, but... Alright, I like that change up. I really, 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 really wish they expanded on that acoustic guitar spot, because that just added like such an extra amount of like texture and diversity and variety to the song and the albums thus far. That song was definitely not my favorite out of the three. Out of the three, that would be by far my least favorite. I loved the first two, and that one was just like pretty good because of the guitar part. If that acoustic thing wasn't in there, it would have been like just mediocre to me. And I'm not saying it should be to you guys. I'm just telling you my personal opinion, okay? This already sounds awesome. I feel like this is gonna be epic. It's a long build-up. Stop teasing me. Oh yeah, this is where we're gonna go with it though. That's the real question. You can always have a cool riff, but 6 minutes of it would get crazy. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's different. It's like weird moaning on the right side too. I will say the song might start to lose me if it doesn't have some big switch up here. I love the ballsiness of that weird moaning though. I love the guitar fills. Nice. Oh. I love how this feels like a jam session. It's like musical legends just got into a room. They're like, I'm gonna jam like crazy over this. Just for like 6 minutes. Like that. I love how weird this song is. Oh, yes. Back to that intro riff. This is the energy I was looking for. It's simple, but it's epic. It's 40 seconds left. We're going to go back into it a bit. Yep. Ah! Crazy drum fills. Holy, that's basically a drum solo. Holy crap, that was an epic outro. So my camera just ran out of like battery or whatever right when I was finishing up that song. I'm not sure if it cut off my final reaction, but let me just say I was like, holy crap. That outro was so epic. Somewhere in the middle of the song, it did start to lose me, but with that outro, it brought me back in like full force. I appreciate how like, so let's compare First It Giveth to Song for the Dead. Like First It Giveth was a straight up rock song. Didn't really do anything too crazy except for that cool acoustic part. Then you compare that to Song for the Dead, which again, it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. At least not compared to the first two major songs. It didn't live up to those for me. But there's so much to appreciate with it as a work of art, as experimentation, as just trying these weird different things, as having so much packed into it. Like it had so many different riffs. It's so many cool guitar fills, and that drum solo at the end, like that song was impressive. And that's the best word for it probably. I'll just say impressive. It's like, holy crap. When you're listening to that, if you're not impressed in some level, like, I don't know what to tell you. But so that was epic, like beyond epic, as I expected from a 6-minute song. But now we're going to another 6-minute song. And I feel like they wouldn't have two super epic 6-minute songs back to back. So maybe this one's going to be a little less heavy. The Sky is Fallen. Sounds like it could potentially be less heavy. We'll see what we get. I'm curious. Yep, sounds like it. Might be just as dark, but it doesn't sound like it's gonna be as straight up heavy rock. I'm just gonna lean back, focus. Last thing I forgot to mention, if you're new and weren't here for the Radiohead video, I don't typically focus on lyrics. There's just too much to listen to. When you're listening to a song for the first time, you can't get the message of the song, focus on the production, focus on the songwriting, and really get into the music. Like for me, as a first listen, I'm just trying to hear what I can, see what I can appreciate, and really just try to have some fun. So I'm not here to like analyze every tiny detail of every word. It's pretty creepy backing vocals, which I always love, a little bit of creepiness. This is really different. Really like the melody in the chorus here. Despite this being a much slower song and a less aggressive song than the previous ones, it actually has it has like a level of almost like frantic musicianship in it, especially like on the drums and stuff, despite it being much less of an aggressive song. But let's keep listening. Again, I love the backing vocals. I mean, I guess they're the lead vocals, but I love how bouncy their rock is. It's like... Again, I love that melody in the chorus. Ooh. That is cool. This is my favorite part so far. Holy crap. It's so different too. This whole song has been really different. I love how tasteful it got for that small section there.
KRDL, Curdle 109. We spoil.
I really like these radio clips.
Shut up, you little brat.
Okay.
You gotta check this band, Queens of the Stone Age. If you're not knowing, I'm here to let you know. Giving you my stamp of approval, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, we're already listening to you guys. Okay. Holy crap. Aggressive enough? Oh my god. There's so much to say about that. I love that they added the little laughing at the end there because that was obviously supposed to be kind of funny. And it was, but it was actually pretty awesome too. That actually, surprising that was one of my favorite moments. That whole thing was epic. I love the radio clips they've been using. They add a little bit of comedy to the album and they add a lot of ambience too. Now, something I wanted to comment on too was I really felt like I needed a break at times because of how relentless some of these songs are. In a good way, I mean, they're relentless, but they are, you know, a lot of noisy, hard, fast rock. So having those little clips to just break up the noise for just a moment and then launching you full force back in is beautiful. Plus it gives a little bit of context. Like if you are always listening to loud music, when like the super loud part comes on, it's only just a little bit louder than the super loud stuff you've already been listening to. However, if you're listening to like a quiet song and you get the dynamics of it building up into something huge, then the loud part feels even crazier. And that's kind of like what happened there, is that just because it was like quiet with some like random radio stuff beforehand, and then it turned into this bombastic explosion, it was like super exciting. I also really liked how, I mean, obviously the name is Sick Shooter. That could be a play on words because sick shooter and then six shooter is also it's a gun term. I really liked how they like had those super loud guitars, just like a gun was going off. I thought that was really cool too. Now we're on to the Hanging Tree, which I'm sure is going to be a very happy song. That is a cool sound. Whoa, this is so groovy. What the heck? I love this. Oh my god. This actually does remind me a little bit of Muse. This is one of my favorites. I think that's a guitar. That sounds synthy. That background noise. What a fun song. Oh, yes! What I've noticed with some of the shorter Queen songs is that I love the ideas. Every single idea they put into that song I loved. I loved the melody. I loved the bridge especially. That was awesome. I loved the creepiness. I love the chord progression. I love the energy. The thing is, with these like 3-minute songs is I'm like, come on, give me more. I just want more of that. Like, they could have just made the bridge twice as long and I would have been like even happier with the song. That's not really like a critique of the song necessarily because it's like, I loved it so much I wanted more. That's not really like a complaint, you know? I'm just like, give me more. So with that being said, I'm very sorry guys, but I'm going to have to make this 2 parts. I'm going to pull a Brad Taste in Music. But, you know, you got to give me some credit here, okay? A lot of the albums that, you know, people react to are typically like, you know, 30 to 40 minutes long. This is an hour long, and it is pretty heavy rock. And I have a lot to edit already. And my camera's about to die for the second time. I'm going to edit this, and I will record my reaction to the second half on a future date and release it probably in a week or so from when this is released. So make sure you subscribe if you're interested in seeing that. I'm loving this album so far, like absolutely loving it. And I totally see how it influenced Royal Blood. And I'm actually so excited to see what the rest has in store. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please be nice in the comments down below. I got a lot of negative comments on my Radiohead video, and you know, we're just chilling here. We all like music. We're all just listening to music. No big deals. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.